This video is an attempt to show price and output determination for a purely competitive firm. That is a firm in pure competition, known also as a price taker, because once the price is established in the market, they have no choice but to take that price. So their only choice is quantity. Now, I have a set of numbers over here. This is Luigi. It's a firm in pure competition, and it can produce 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 10 units. And this shows the total cost of producing each unit. You'll see that when they produce 0 units, the total cost is $500. That means that the total fixed cost is $500. And so at every level of quantity produced, the quantity will be $500. Then we add total variable cost to that, and we end up with total cost. This shows the average cost, the average fixed, the average variable, and then the one we're really after, which is marginal cost. Now, to a price taker, whatever price comes out of the market is the marginal revenue to the price taker. So, given these costs, I've just picked various prices to see what the firm will do if the price is, for instance, $280. Well, the rule is you produce as long as the marginal revenue exceeds the marginal cost. So, the other part is if marginal cost is decreasing, as it is here from 100 to 90, just disregard it. So at $280, they'll want to produce this second unit because the marginal benefit is $280 and the marginal cost is $90. They'll want to produce this one because the marginal benefit is $280 and the marginal cost is $100. If they produce this unit, their total profit will increase by $180. Same with this one. The marginal benefit exceeds the marginal cost and their profit will increase this, but not this, because if they produce this unit, their marginal benefit is $280 and their marginal cost is $300. This unit would add more to their total cost than to their total benefit, to their total revenues, and so their total profits would go down. So they've maximized total profit when they have produced 9 units. So I'll plug 9 in here. And this little spreadsheet set up to calculate how much is the total revenue. That's price times quantity. Then the total cost is given to you here. When they produce 9 units, the total cost, from total cost, the total cost of 9 units is $19.25. So $19.25. And there is your total profit, $595. This is economic profit. The firm is very happy. This is after all costs, including a normal profit. All costs, implicit and explicit, are paid. This is economic profit. Okay, but the price in the market changes, and so I'm going to give you every possible price and see what the firm will do. If the price changes to $255, will the firm still produce 9 units? The answer is no. On the 9th unit, the marginal cost exceeds the marginal benefit, but they will produce 8 units because the marginal benefit is $255 and the marginal cost is only $250. So they will produce 8 units. So I'll plug 8 in here, and that calculates the the total revenue. The total cost over here is $16.50. That's 8 units. $16.50. And the total profit then is $390. So that's great as well. If the price changes to $205, they won't produce this 8th unit, but they will produce 7 units. So 7, there's 7. There's total revenue. And the total cost is $1,400, so $1,400, and the total profit is equal to $35. That's economic profit. Now, what if the price goes to $200 exactly? Well, it turns out that $200, they would produce 7 units, but the $200 is exactly equal to their average cost. We know that price minus average cost is equal to profit on each unit. So, at a price of $200, their total revenue was $1,400, but their total cost is $1,400, and so their total profit is 0. This is just a normal profit. The firm will produce at a normal profit because all costs, implicit and explicit, are paid, including a normal profit. Nobody can go anywhere else and do better because their opportunity costs for everything are paid. But let's see what happens when the price goes to $180. They won't produce the 7th unit anymore, but they will produce the 6th because the marginal cost is $170 and their marginal benefit is 180. So I plug 6 in here. The total revenue is 1080, and the total cost from the chart, from the table over there, is 1200. So their total profit is negative 120. Oh my. Well, it turns out that if the firm produces 0 units, its total revenue will be 0. But its total cost will not be 0. The total cost when they produce 0 is $500. So the total profit will be negative 500. So in the short run, there are fixed costs. You have to remember that. And if the firm shuts down, they'll lose $500. If they produce 6 units at a price of $180, they will lose $120. So they will produce in order to minimize losses. This price of $180 covers all of their variable costs and some of their fixed costs. So they'll only lose some of their fixed costs as opposed to all of their fixed costs if they shut down. So we continue this process. If the price is $135, they will produce 5 units. It's getting a little tedious at this point. 5. And the total cost is $1030. And so their total loss is $355, still less than $500. At a price of $111, they'll produce 4 units. The total revenue will be that. The total cost of producing 4 units is $900. And their total loss will be, $456. They're getting close. At a price of $96, they would produce, they wouldn't produce 3 units, they'd only produce 2 units here. So 2 units, total revenue. Their total cost when they produce 2 units is $690, and their total loss is $498. If the price is $95, still 2 units they would produce. Their total revenue is $190, and their total cost is $690. Oh my! If they produce, they lose. If the price is $95 and they produce, they will lose $500. If they shut down, they will lose $500. That's why at this price of $95, which is the minimum point of the average variable cost, this is a price that just covers their variable costs and none of their fixed costs. If they produce, they will lose $500. If they shut down, they will lose $500. This is a price at which the firm is indifferent. But what if the price is $94.99? Then if they produce the 2 units where marginal revenue and marginal cost are closest, their cost will be $690 and their loss will be $500.02. So at any price below $95, which is the minimum average variable cost right there, they would choose to shut down rather than to produce, because they will lose less by producing than by shutting down. So this is price and output determination to a price taker. That's it. It tells you every possible price given the costs. The price is the same as marginal revenue, so you compare that price to the marginal cost to find out what quantity you would want to produce. Then you plug it in and you see if the firm will produce and make a profit, produce and make 0 profit, produce and make a loss, but a loss less than their fixed costs, in which case they would produce. But as soon as the loss gets greater than their fixed costs, then they would shut down, and they would not produce 2 units. This is an important point. They would produce 0 units. And their total cost when they produce 0 units is $500, and so they would only lose the $500. There we go. I think this was fun in a very strange way. Thanks for watching. Bye.